Hey everybody, we're back in the shop again today. Another rainy day, so we're not getting any sandblasting done on that 3A body. But there's the tire mounted to the wheel, and I've got them all on the chassis, and I'll show you that. I've got my tow truck in here this morning because I pulled it out yesterday, and yeah, that ethanol got the best of me on another carburetor. Took it out and started leaking all over the place. That bad gas just eats right through some of the carburetor gaskets, and that was an older one. It lasted, I don't know, 12-13 years, but finally got the best of me. So I threw another one on there, and now throw another modern kit in the original carburetor. It came off, and you know, the gas these days is just terrible. But right above that we've got the 3A, and let me try and get you around there. There's the wheels, and I just filled up the front and rear differential with some lubricant. I'm going to take you over to the bench and show you that next, in case anybody's looking for any good high quality differential gear oil. I've got it now in stock, ready to go, and I'll show you some of the differences, why it's so nice, and we'll head over there next. So I'll set up again and meet you over at the bench. Okay guys, I'm going to show you that new lube I've got for the differentials. And here's a little container I use to fill up the differentials. I don't use those squeeze bottles or anything because they're just a pain. And you could empty the whole container here. And this is some 80/90. And it's not a synthetic or anything. It's a petroleum base. And I'm just going to pour some out here for you so you could see. This is a super tacky gear oil, so it really clings to gears and stuff. And you can see how stringy it is right there. But if you can see that, you see how stringy this stuff is. It's real tacky. It'll stick to anything. It's perfect for use if you got a locker. If you don't have a locker, it's good for any hypoid gear application. Not an older spiral bevel gear or anything like that. This is strictly for hypoid gears only, because it has extreme pressure additives which hypoid gears need. And you know, for years you've probably gone into Napa stores and saw you know, a lot of Napa stores have a little display where they got some gears and little plastic gears, and you crank a wheel, and I think they show you a Lucas gear oil, how that clings to gears. Well, this stuff here, this is just a sector shaft from a project I'm working on, but this outperforms. I was using Lucas for a long time, and this outperforms them tremendously. I mean, you could just see how sticky that stuff is. And that'll stay right on the gear. That won't run off the gear or anything. I'll try and get you in there a little closer. You know, that'll sit right there, and you can see how tacky it is and stringy it is. That gets right into everything in your differential and clings to it. And you've always got lubrication. And I've been using this stuff for a while, testing it out, making sure it performs like it's supposed to. We've got the perfect blend here. So if anybody is looking for a very high quality gear oil, I have that in stock now, along with the transmission transfer case lube. I've got the steering box lube. I've got the knuckle lube. Like I say, this stuff is super clingy, and it'll work in any Willys Jeep with a hypoid gear in there. Any old car, basically, as long as you don't have a spiral bevel. That takes a completely different gear oil. But if you've got an application where you need some 80/90, like I say, it is in stock right now, and just give me a message and I could get some right to you if you need it. Okay, so we're going to keep expanding our lubricant line, and like I say, we're working with a company that's working with us finally. Most big lubricant companies don't want to work with a small guy, but I'm getting the stuff out there and getting a lot of good comments from guys that are using it. So if anybody needs anything, just get a hold of me, and I'll ship it right to your door. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the bench and show you what we're working on the panels for the 3A body. All right, everybody, here's all the patterns cut out. Got a driver's side panel here. It's upside down right that way, but that's going to be for the driver's side. I'm making a new wheelhouse for the driver's side. There's the two pieces that do that, and a tail light panel, and everything's cut out and ready to go. And you've already seen me make all these panels on the CJ3B body that I'm building, so I'm probably not going to show you the entire process. I'll show you the finished parts and stuff, but I can't. We're getting to the point in the project here, and it happens on every project where you get just about finished with the chassis, and people start to realize it gets quite expensive, and we're looking for ways to cut costs. So on the 3A, I might not be able to show you every step like I've been showing you. It takes a tremendous amount of time to make the videos, and then sit down at night and edit them and upload them to YouTube and stuff. And so on this project, I might have to skip around a little bit and just show you finished products. Like I say, it's tricky because a project like this takes quite a bit of time and money, and it always happens mid-project where people start to get nervous about how much things are costing. So I'm just going to kind of bear down on it and get it done as fast as I can, and not going to take too much time and show the whole process, because it's just going to take too long, and it's just going to add to the cost of the project. So like I say, we're just going to jam through it, and I'll come back to it from time to time and show you what's going on with it. But I've got some other things in the works, and we'll try and make videos of everything as it comes along. I'll take you over and show you the other project we're just starting to get into now also. Okay, I think you remember me talking about the FJ-40 project that's coming after the 3A, and during some times when we got some free time and we're down not working on the 3A, we're plugging away on this FJ-40 project. And you can see we've already moved the steering, put a Saginaw setup out in front here, boxed in the frame on both sides, and I've got the 1UZ marine engine sitting in the chassis where I like it. Got that steering shaft in there because I got to make some headers, and I know that's going to have to go through the headers. So we've got this set in the frame where I think everything's going to work out. The transmission shift lever is going to come through fine, and the height of the motor is going to work out and give us clearance for our drive shaft. You can see we got good clearance under there. So everything needs to come together, and there's really only one perfect spot for this engine, and I think I have it right there. And there is the transmission transfer case. That's just supported with a chain right now. So as you can see, the headers are going to have to be fender well headers. I've got the flanges on the engine, and I still got to get the mounts welded in and drilled for the rubber mount, but the headers are going to have to come outside the frame. And when I'm making headers, I get this flexible hose here, same size as the headers, and you could bend this and kind of mock up the headers pretty nice with that stuff. And once you get your longest one figured out, you've got a piece of tubing, and you can make all your other ones with your bends and stuff the same length. So that's good stuff to use. It's just easier to visualize what you're doing when you have something you can kind of mock up. So that's where we are on this project, and I'll show you more of this as it comes along. And I just got a automotive UZ engine in yesterday, and we need to steal some parts off of that. Thermostat housing and oil filter bracket, things like that we're going to need off the automobile engine. So as I start to swap parts around, I'll show you what I'm doing. But for right now, we've got the engine transmission sitting where it needs to be. And with this particular 5-speed and transfer case, you can see our drive shaft is going to work out perfectly in the rear, and it's offset perfectly in the front. So just a matter of taking some measurements and getting some drive shafts built, and that's coming along pretty nicely, and I'll give you updates as they become available. Okay everybody, just bringing you up to date on all our projects here. In between the raindrops, I'll show you the trailer where we're at. That's where we're going to weld our lunette on there so we can pull the trailer. And I've got it boxed in pretty nice. And a reinforcement plate in there. And everything's kind of tacked up right now. I came out with some short pieces of channel. Then I put a 2x6 piece of rectangular tubing on there, 3/16 wall, and then I took the stake pockets we made and got those tacked on there. I got a lot of welding to do to get everything done, but on top of these stake pockets, we're going to run a piece of 3/8 thick flat bar, and that'll go the whole length of the trailer, so that you could run your strap down through there and hook onto it. So that's coming. After I get all the pockets welded on, we'll get to that. And not going to do any welding on it today because everything's too wet, and it's still kind of drizzling out right now. But will be a full 102 inches wide, and that's as wide as you could be on the road. That's a standard length around the country. So we'll be no bigger than 102. So when we put our wood deck on here, that'll come flush with the top of our beam here on the inside, and then we'll put a little piece in here, and we'll have a perfectly flat deck, and we can put anything on there and lash anything down, and we'll make some stake pocket D-rings. I'll show you how we do that when the time comes. And I've just got to put the rear bumper on. Like I say, as soon as it dries out, I'll get to that. And then we just got to get the axles under there. Thinking of doing a sliding axle setup, something like you'd see on a big tractor trailer truck or something like that, with pins and stuff. So I'll show you that as it comes along if anybody's interested. That way we can adjust the tongue weight and stuff. So that's where we're at on the trailer, and like I say, just catching everybody up on some different projects I'm on, in case anybody's following them, and that's where we're at. So like I say, it's going to be kind of a mix of videos. I'll try and show you as much as I can on each different project, but like I say, I'm not sure what's coming, but I'll keep making them. And if you got any suggestions, anything you want to see, let me know. And if you liked the video, hit the like button and send me a comment. Let me know what you think, and we'll be back again with another video. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.